Silence slowly falls over the cities, yet no one seems to perceive the fragility hidden behind the artificial light. Every lit lamppost, every bright screen, every apparent normality conceals the possibility of sudden darkness. The imminent blackout will not merely be a power outage, but an event capable of extinguishing certainties, habits, and reference points. The prophecies of a world on the brink of change resonate today more vividly than ever, and among these stand out the messages of the Virgin Mary at Medjugorje. Our Lady speaks of difficult times, of trials that will come to shake consciences, inviting each person to prepare with heart and spirit. Every blackout, every moment of darkness becomes a call to deeper reality. It is not only about the lack of electric light, but an invitation to look within oneself, to rediscover the faith that often remains hidden among daily distractions. Medjugorje, with its daily apparitions, reminds us that divine protection is near, but requires an active response: prayer, reflection, spiritual vigilance. It is a time when material light may vanish, but inner light can become a sure guide. To prepare means to rediscover what is truly essential. Family, community, faith, everything that nourishes inner life becomes precious. The Virgin invites us not to fear, but to strengthen the heart, to transform every fear into an opportunity for growth. The world appears fragile, unstable, and ready to be tested, but the power of prayer and faithfulness to God remain steadfast points. The imminent blackout is a warning, a call not to postpone what matters. Every flash of darkness becomes an opportunity to illuminate one's soul, to rediscover the connection with the divine, to make faith a beacon in the midst of the storm. In a time of global uncertainties and prophetic signs being fulfilled before our eyes, Medjugorje reminds us that every soul has value, and every prayer can change the direction of events. This is not a warning unto itself, but an invitation to transform fear into action, darkness into inner light, and to live each day as preparation for what is coming. The imminent blackout is not a distant possibility. Forecasts, energy emergencies, geopolitical tensions, and signs from nature converge in a disturbing picture, indicating how this event could occur very soon. Experts speak of growing vulnerabilities in electrical grids, an increasingly fragile global dependence on energy, and systems ready to collapse in the face of unexpected peaks or sudden failures. Every day that passes without preparation is one less day to react. The prophecies of the Virgin Mary at Medjugorje seem today to resonate with extraordinary clarity. Our Lady warns that humanity faces concrete and imminent trials, and invites each person to prepare spiritually and materially without wasting time. Time seems to flow quickly, yet most people do not perceive the real urgency. Recent events, such as local blackouts in various parts of the world, sudden transportation interruptions, drastic increases in energy prices, climate instability, and unusual signs in the sky, are just some of the warning signs indicating how reality could change from one moment to the next. These are not coincidences. They are concrete warnings that demand attention and responsibility. Medjugorje reminds us that material light may fail, but spiritual light can guide us through any darkness. The warning signs are not limited to visible events in the world. Many sense growing unease, unexpected difficulties, feelings of tension, and strange phenomena that seem to anticipate profound changes. Animals perceive changes in the environment, the sky shows unusual variations, and nature itself seems to communicate a necessary preparation. All this confirms how close the prophecies are to being fulfilled, and how urgent it is to open the heart to faith. Our Lady invites us to be vigilant, to pray, to protect what is most precious, because every preparatory action, spiritual or practical, becomes essential to face the difficult days that could arrive without warning. This is not about creating fear for its own sake, but about understanding the urgency. The lack of electricity, communications, and daily resources could lead to unpredictable difficulties, but faith and prayer remain a safe refuge. To prepare means to think about family, community, one's spiritual life, and building inner security and resilience. Medjugorje teaches us that every soul has value. Every gesture of preparation is a step toward divine protection, and that we must not wait for darkness to strike to remember God. This brief time, which seems to flow with increasing acceleration, is the moment when everyone must look beyond daily life and recognize the warning signs that life, nature, and prophecies are sending us. The imminent blackout is not far off, and each passing day brings closer the moment when material light could fail. In this scenario, spiritual vigilance becomes fundamental. Meditation, prayer, concrete preparation, and attention to the signs of heaven and earth can make the difference. Recent history and the messages of Medjugorje converge in a single call. Time is short, the moment is now, and inner light must become a sure guide in a world that risks being suddenly plunged into darkness. Preparing for an imminent blackout means not only strengthening one's faith, but also protecting one's home, which becomes a safe refuge in times of uncertainty. Sealing doors is not a trivial gesture. It is a concrete measure that guarantees protection, stability, and security for the family, while the world around seems to waver. First of all, it is essential to understand the basic principle. Doors are the first entry point for air, cold, and in the most serious cases, unwanted external elements. Sealing them means creating a barrier that protects daily life and creates a stable space in which prayer, reflection, and spiritual preparation can take place without distractions. The simplest and most effective method to seal doors is to use easily obtainable materials. Adhesive strips in rubber or silicone can be applied along the frame, reducing drafts and preventing infiltration. For exterior doors, a good system is to position a resistant gasket along the entire perimeter, verifying that the closure is complete. In cases where the blackout is accompanied by extreme weather conditions, it is useful to insert panels or heavy sheets that can serve as an additional barrier. Even reinforced adhesive tape can help to temporarily fix protective materials, making the internal environment safer and more stable. Sealing doors does not only mean physical isolation, but also creating a sacred space within the home. Every protected door becomes a symbol of security and refuge, a place where the family can gather and maintain calm. Medjugorje teaches that divine protection accompanies those who prepare their home and their heart. The concrete act of sealing doors thus transforms into an act of responsibility and faith, a way to unite practicality and spirituality, material and interior protection. One must not forget that interior doors also play an important role. Sealing any gaps between rooms can help maintain a stable temperature, reduce drafts, and create a more comfortable environment. In case of a prolonged blackout, small measures like these become essential to conserve energy, heat, and resources. It is advisable to check every door carefully, ensure that the closures work properly, and always keep tools and materials at hand for any quick reinforcements. In this way, the home becomes a safe refuge, ready to face a blackout or any sudden situation. Sealing doors is a practical gesture, but also symbolic. Every barrier we build externally represents the will to protect what matters, to prepare with wisdom, and to trust in God. In times of material darkness, security and faith become inner light, and every sealed door is a step towards serenity and the protection of those we love. Windows represent one of the most vulnerable points of the home during a blackout or emergency situations. Protecting them does not only mean avoiding drafts or cold infiltration, but creating a true safe refuge, a place where the family can feel protected and maintain calm even when the outside world seems unstable. First of all, it is important to assess the type of windows present: single panes, double panes, sliding, or hinged. Each type requires a slightly different approach, but the principle remains the same. Create an effective barrier against cold, wind, and possible external dangers. One of the simplest and most effective methods is to use transparent insulating films applied directly to the glass. These films help retain heat inside, reduce energy dispersion, and keep the home more comfortable. For those who want more robust protection, plywood panels or rigid materials can be temporarily fixed to exterior windows, especially in case of extreme weather conditions or to protect larger openings. Even heavy curtains or resistant blankets can become a second layer of defense, reducing drafts and creating a more welcoming space inside the home. Properly sealing windows also means checking gaskets and stops, ensuring that there are no gaps through which wind or cold can infiltrate. Reinforced adhesive tape can be used to block any temporary openings and further stabilize the insulation. In a context of prolonged blackout, these small measures become fundamental to conserve energy, maintain stable internal temperature, and guarantee a safe environment. Preparing does not only mean protecting the home, but organizing the entire space to withstand any difficulties. Keeping flashlights, batteries, blessed candles, and emergency kits at hand becomes essential. Medjugorje teaches that material protection must always be accompanied by spiritual protection. Praying together, meditating, and strengthening family bonds allows one to face every difficulty with serenity. Preparing also means planning food and water resources, maintaining order in spaces, and establishing a safe place to gather in case of need. In this way, every protected window becomes part of a complete refuge, a home ready to withstand blackouts and unexpected events. Attention to detail, from glass to gaskets, combined with spiritual and practical preparation, transforms external darkness into an opportunity to strengthen security and faith. Protecting windows, therefore, means not only defending the body, but also preserving peace and inner light, following the teachings of Medjugorje, and making every corner of the home a place of protection, calm, and hope.